Hello everyone, my name is Crystal Blazier, Skylanders YouTuber and founder of the Skylanders Academy fan forums. A few months ago, I reached out to Activision to see if we can do a partnership on a questions and answers interview on the Netflix original series Skylanders Academy. They agreed, and I was able to send in fan questions that were posted by members of my fan forum. The following questions were posted by fans, and the answers I'll read out loud were written by Eric Rogers himself, showrunner of Skylanders Academy. Please note that these questions were sent in back in December 2016, and they were just given back to me on February 24th. So without further ado, let us begin the questions and answers interview on Skylanders Academy. Cassandra's name was created for the show. We wanted Chaos's mom's name to be a clever nod to Chaos's name, in addition to giving us the joke of the O in her name being silent. Well, maybe he's not from Skyland. There's lots of Spyro's history that's yet to be revealed. As for how he was introduced in the series, we wanted to give him and Eon an instant connection. When Eon sees Spyro defend himself against much meaner and nastier enemies as a baby, Eon knows he's special, and he wants to nurture that. We're excited to delve deeper into Spyro's backstory in future episodes. We wanted to create a cadet character that wasn't the ideal Skylander, with some instant comedy appeal. Bad Breath definitely fit the bill. Although he's kind of gross and insecure, he tries real hard, and we admire that about him. It made sense comedy-wise to make Skull a talking character who's tied to the hip, figuratively at least, to the sorceress. Their yin and yang make for fertile comedy ground, which we will continue to mine further in future episodes. We love the actors who did the voices for the characters in the games, some of whom we cast for the show as well. But in regards to our leads, we were trying to give them voices that were distinct from the games, just as their characters are distinct from the game. The one lead character we always knew would play the same role from the game to series was Richard Horvitz. Chaos just wouldn't be the same voiced by anyone else. A lot of it was based on their design, their powers, and what we thought their characters could be alongside those designs. With characters like Wind Up and Food Fight, they just look like they'd be fun to watch and follow on a television show. Most of the cadets we chose also have a youthful quality to their design, so that was important as well in our decision making. They just might be. Only time will tell. And maybe Hugo can finally scream at the top of his lungs, "I told you so!" Life is awesome as a Skylander. Who wouldn't want to live in a universe of magic, kick-butt ninja elves, potion-swilling furballs, and Eon's beard? Again, this was a creative choice based on design and what that kind of character would be as a member of the gang. Broccoli is bland, and Broccoli Guy is the symbol of that. There was something extremely funny about the idea that this really annoying guy would be a member of the most lethal and feared gang in all of Skylands. We move at a fast pace in the animated television world. From story conception to the final locked record script, the process is probably 5 to 6 weeks. We start with a simple 1 to 2 page premise that eventually becomes a script. Everyone involved is incredibly fast and good at what they do. We're surrounded by some of the best talent in the game, that's for sure. Sure did. We were so excited to dive into what the game creators were bringing to the table for each character for each game. During our research, we decided to keep some characteristics and change others, depending on what made sense from a story and character standpoint for the television show. My, Eric Rogers' favorite Skylander is probably Jetpack. I love his wizened but sometimes insecure ways, as well as the fact that he only shows fear by laying eggs. That's something I do in my personal life. We're a lot alike.
Please, you're all just jealous because you can't do it.
We were so lucky to be able to use all of the elements that work so wonderfully in the video game universe. The world the characters live in, their design, their magic, weapons, and superpowers. We combined all of these great existing things, our own new ideas, to try and do the best possible televised version, to create something that has a lot of humor, heart, and action. That's a fantastic question best answered in future seasons of the show, perhaps as early as Season 2. The main reason is that we needed existing Skylanders to teach there. We were interested in having students taught by these older vet Skylanders, and oftentimes they fight side by side. That's the difference of Jetpack and Pop Biz's relationship to youngsters, at least in the pilot, and now what Spyro, Elf, and Eruptor's relationship is to cadets at the Academy. Later this year. It will be here before you know it, Sky Friends.
Hey, yeah, we should come together. Let's be heroes in the night. Like spotlights beaming in the black sky. We can lift the darkness with our light. 'Cause everybody's in harmony. 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 Everybody's in harmony. Together now. Together.